Hi, Bob Ream here, talking about how to get and how to stay pure. I want to talk to you just briefly about the eyes. The eyes, these things right here, your eyes. If I could just control my eyes, I can control what goes into my mind. In Job 31 verse 1, Job was saying, I've made a covenant with my eyes. How then can I look upon a maid? Job was professing his righteousness, that he was not a lusty man. He wasn't a dirty old man. He had averted his eyes so he wouldn't just stare at a girl. One time I had beautiful daughters, and one of my daughters came to me, and we were in a public setting, and she grabbed me and she says, that man looked at me. And I said, yeah, of course he would. You're beautiful. He goes, no, Dad. He was looking at me. He was undressing me with his eyes, and I didn't like what he was doing. I just felt dirty in his presence. It's very interesting that when you look at a group of men and a woman walks by, a beautiful woman, they don't look at her face. They don't see her as a worthy person. They don't see her as someone with feelings and emotions, someone with a brain and intellect. All they see is her as a collection of body parts of varying sizes and proportionality, and they're evaluating her, and many are undressing her. That is the culture of pornography. Job said, I've made a covenant with my eyes. How then can I look upon a maid? Jesus said, if you've looked at a woman, whoever looks on a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. Jesus knew what we're doing with our eyes. We can do that. We can be defiled by just what we're doing and how we're looking with our eyes. In Psalms 101 verse 3, it says, I've walked with integrity of heart within my house. I'll not set before my eyes anything that is base or anything that defiles me. So in your house, have you made a covenant with your eyes not to have anything defiling in your house? On your smartphone, on your computer, your laptop, your iPad or tablet, on your TV screen? Do you have any way with which pornographic images or sensuous images can come in and lure you and entice you to look and therefore defile your soul? Remember 1 Peter 2:11 says, Beloved, I beseech you as aliens and exiles that you abstain from the passions of the flesh that wage war against the soul. That battle for our soul, in many cases, starts with our eyes. If we could just discipline our eyes not to look at things that would cause us to be defiled, and that would be an entry point for having impure things to come into our souls. Proverbs 27:20, I used to believe the lie that if I just saw a woman naked, I'd be content. 27:20 says, Death and hell are never satisfied, and never satisfied are the eyes of man. What Satan does is he tries to lure us in, and he says, there's no harm in just looking. That's a lie from the pit of hell. There is great harm in looking. We can commit adultery just by looking. Or that if you look, it's not a sin as long as you don't touch. Or the lie that you can just look this once. It won't impact you. It won't affect you. But the nature of sin is the more you do it, the more you want. It just makes you more and more thirsty. That's why it's important to break it off before you look. Do whatever you can to guard your eyes.